Welcome to Don't Pack, Just Move. Not the book, but the show. You already know what it is. I know you got the book already, so let's just make sure other people get the book so we can all stay on this train and get encouraged together. I'm your host, R. Michael Tarpley, author, motivational speaker, business coach, and entrepreneur. And you know why we do this. We do this to encourage you to think bigger, be stronger, and go further. And today, we're going to help you do all those things with this topic on how important is it to be adaptable in business. Stay tuned. All right. So, how important is it to be adaptable in business? We can cut to the chase and just go straight to the end and say it's extremely vital. The reason why it's extremely vital is because change is inevitable. Life is always changing. The body you had at 7 years old, you don't have now at 40 or 50 years old. It's constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. Um, you have, the money you had when you were a teenager is different than the money you have now. Your net worth changes, your car changes, your house changes, your living, wherever state you're in maybe had changed as well. So many different things changes in life, and business is no exception. You may have no employees at one point, and then you grow the business. Now you have an employee. You have an employee quit on you, and then you got to replace that employee, and clients leave. You got to replace clients. Marketing, industry. You have natural disasters, supply chain disruptions, pandemics. You got all kinds of different things that take place that makes change inevitable, and you've got to learn how to adapt in all of these different things that are going on. And since we could talk about this forever as it relates to life as a whole, but kind of just drilling in and singling out businesses, we've got to you have to be more adaptable in business, and in order to be truly effective in your adapting, you're going to have to be agile. That's the first point. Agile. Second point is going to be preparedness. And so you have to be agile. And the illustration I like to use, or the analogy I like to use, is the cheetah. Because the cheetah is the fastest land animal on the planet at top speed at about 69 to 75 miles per hour. And that's impressive in and of itself. The animals that it chases, like the gazelle or the antelope or the impala, these animals are fairly quick themselves. They're also very agile. They can change directions pretty quickly. In fact, with the cheetah speed, their only chance is some of their agility to try to not try to outrun it, but to also make cuts and moves to avoid it, zigzagging and whatnot. However, the cheetah is properly positioned and gifted to have not only the speed, but the cheetah is also the only land animal that can change directions in midair. That gives it another edge. That means when the impala or some of these other animals that it's chasing is making a directional change, by the time it makes the full change, the cheetah has already made that change in midair. And so it can keep up with it and eventually get its prey, get its competition, get its goal, or its target, whatever it is term you want to use as it relates to business. But it's able to achieve that. And then thirdly, so it's fast, it's agile, it can change directions in midair, And the third thing is it knows its limitations. The cheetah's not going after the elephant or the rhino or the hippo. The cheetah stays uh, going after the prey that it knows it can take down. Prey's taller than them, it may weigh more than them, but it knows it can take that particular prey or that particular competition down. This is something that we should note in business, that we should know our industry, we should know our competitors, we should know who we can go after. Too many people talk about, well, I can do all of these things. I can go after all of this. I can take down everything. I can. You're not going to last long in business. You have to have a focus. You have to have an audience. You have to have a market that you're tapping into and you're going after. And in doing that, knowing that your product is maybe more superior, or you believe it's more superior, it has a lot of USP that others don't, unique selling propositions that other businesses don't. You can go after some of those other businesses and be successful. You have to be a cheetah. Somebody say cheetah. I'm a cheetah in business. And so that's how you're being agile. The cheetah is also in preparation. Every day or every hunt, it's going after its prey and it's getting faster. It's getting more agile. It's learning the change in direction before the animal even makes the directional change. It watches its prey. It studies its prey. And so you have to be more of a cheetah. Watch the industry, watch the competition, understand what the moves they're going to make even before they make them. Sometimes before they know they're going to make them. So that's one thing that we want to talk about when it comes to being agile. We have to apply that to our everyday life, but specifically to our business life. We can't be those individuals. You can't be that individual who says, "I'm not going. I don't want to change, or I don't know how to change. Or I don't understand why I need to change." Your business is going to fail. Others are going to gobble you up. Change is inevitable. It happens more often with new technology coming out every 6 to 8 months. You got some type of new technology coming out, and you have to keep up with where your industry is going. So I want to close on this note because I don't have time to go through all of the different scenarios and why it's important to be adaptable. I just wanted to talk about being agile, being prepared, studying, researching, understanding your industry, understanding your competition, understanding your audience, so that you can stay ahead of the game. And when changes come, like a pandemic, like a recession, like a hurricane or a blizzard or whatever it is in your geographical area, whatever challenges that may come up in your industry, you can make an adjustment quickly and be successful. You can reinvent, you can challenge yourself on a regular basis to get yourself prepared. So the second thing I want to mention is a company by the name of Blockbuster. And Blockbuster started in 1985. They had by 1994, 9 years later, they had a net worth of about $2.4 billion. They outright owned the movie rental, tape rental business, and they had a successful model. They had chains all over the world, and that was in 1994. By 1997, another company was starting out, was Netflix, and somewhere around 2000, 3 years after Netflix had started their journey, they requested to sit down with the CEO of Blockbuster and talk about a partnership. At that point, again, Blockbuster may have lost a little bit of money, still a multi-billion-dollar company. Netflix was around $50 million. So as the story says, it's about $50 million. And they wanted to partner with Blockbuster because they saw streaming and that was going to go into another direction. Again, here's Blockbuster was saying more, they did everything they could not to laugh them out the room. They're thinking, why do I need to change? What's the point in changing? I own the industry. We own the industry. We have this movie rental on lock. There's no need to change. And Netflix, again, started in 97. By 2000, they were $50 million. And by 2010, Blockbuster was filing bankruptcy at $24 million, and Netflix was on the rise. In fact, here in 2020, few years, 3 years back, 2020, Netflix was net worth was over 200 billion dollars. A huge juggernaut of a company, and Blockbuster's no longer around. I think maybe there's one store in like Seattle or something, but they don't exist anymore. They refused or didn't understand why they needed to change and didn't do anything to change. Didn't see the gazelle, if you will, change directions or anticipate the changing of direction as a cheetah would, and in midair make the adjustment. They didn't see that, didn't see the need in it, and therefore they went out of business. Be a cheetah. I want you to be successful. I want you to grow. I want you to be agile. I want you to be prepared for the different things that come. And trust me when I tell you, every year, every day in business, there's something new that's going to come your way. Look, if you want more on this topic, you want me to share. This is a topic I recently just did in Dubai at a business summit with some other CEOs and entrepreneurs and executive leaders, and we had a good time. And there was some other Q&A at the end of the presentation that I did on this, and I'm going to do a couple of other I thought there were some good questions, so I'm going to do a couple of segments after this on those topics. But if you want more on this topic, you know where to find me. Just reach out to me. We can talk about me coming to your organization, to your business, to an event that you may be having. I can do process improvements. We can do business coaching. We can do a motivational engagement with your staff or with a youth group or whatever. I've done the gamut of panelists, keynote speaker, motivational business coaching. So I'm here. If you want to talk more, hit me up. Till then, be good.